Back at it again with the white vans. All right. Gotta go back to Reaper today because this is such an old beat that all I had was the track outs. It was made in FL Studio in like 2014 or some shit like that. So all I have is the track outs. That's it. And this is back in the gap whenever I had my, the fuck are they called? Slip and slide. So at one point I had a slip and slide contact. I would hit them up. They would hit me up. We would go back and forth. Let me know who was looking for beats, what kind of beats they needed. And at the time, DJ Khaled was working on a project. So I was like, shit, I can make something happen. Unfortunately, it didn't go through. I believe it was for sample clearance reasons. This is from, the main sample is from Castaway. Not that shit you hear on TikTok, like the Tom Hanks joint. This has how many fucking tracks? 17 tracks. As usual, we're going to start with the sample. This is what pretty much ruined any chance I had of getting on that project. They just could not get it cleared. I don't know. They never went into actual detail of why. They just said they had sample clearance issues. So if you're starting out and you're making beats or whatever the hell it is, try to steer clear or just mutilate the sample to the point where it's unrecognizable, because apparently I didn't do a good job. Well, anyway, let's jump straight into it. All right, so next in line, and by the way, if I play any of these out of context, like just by themselves, they sound crazy. Like, it's insane. Like, I was going through them a while ago when I was throwing the shit in order, and it doesn't even sound like it belongs in the beat, but I guess when it's all together, it makes sense. So the second thing we're going to move on to is the keys, and they sound crazy. So, yeah. And then I guess they're supposed to go with these. Unfortunately, I can't tell you what type of effects I had on there. I have no idea. The track outs, this is all I have. Together, they sound like this. All right, now this is the crazy one. If I play this shit, you can be like, nah, take that out. That don't even sound like it belongs. And believe me, I know. I said the same thing. All right, here we go. Shit sound wild. Moving on to the organ. Man, this thing's from like the Runner's Kit or something like that. Super old school throwback ass drum kit. Let's see. Yeah, here we go. All right, moving on to the lead two. This is like a counter melody, and it comes in at the 8th bar of the verses. All right, moving on to the brass. But before we move on, I think I got that from like a Zapp and Rogers. Pretty much everything here is a damn sample. So maybe that's probably why. I don't know. Moving on to the brass. This, I remember, was like a sound font, like an old ass sound font I got from sf2.com. I don't remember. That sounds like some bullshit. By itself, it sounds like ass. It's a little transition where from the sample to the melodic shit coming in. It's a little transition right here. Let's see, what if I can play all these together? So that's everything together as far as melodic. Oh shit, left one thing out. The bass. Where the hell did I get this bass from? I actually think I played this bass with my friend's bass. I could be tripping. I don't know. Nah, I did not play that live. So you can kind of hear how it sounds with everything going on. All right, then we've got the JB, James Brown, RIP. We got the JB little vocal samples here. That this is what, whenever you hear this, the beat's about to drop.
1, 2, 3,
Then I've got another one here. Let's find this. Here we go. Now I see why my laptop be crashing. I use way too many damn plugins. On to the drums. Boy, are there a shit ton of drums. This is like when I was going through my drumline days. I thought I was Nick Cannon on my militant shit. All right, starting off with the kick. I don't even remember what it sounds like. Let's check it out. Sounds weak right now is because I was basically emulating a drum break, which you see right here. So let's move on to the snare. And again, the snare is going to sound just as weak. Nick Cannon, dog. On to the drum break. This is I heard this and then I heard the sample. So this is actually the starting point of everything. I've never really done a beat where I started with the drums except for like this one and maybe like two or three more. Yeah, about 2 or 3 beats. Usually I start with the sample or some type of melodic element. Let's get started with this. Here we go with this break. So altogether, that's how it sounds, but by itself, here's the break. So I took that and just fucking ran with it. Moving on to then start getting to the percussion. Usually, if you saw the last 2 beats, I just real simple shit. But this one, and I'll play all the drums together here in a minute. Open hat. Yeah, this was a new thing for me. I'd never done this before. And it's like that through the whole beat. You would think it would be annoying, but it's mixed so low that it's barely noticeable. Crash. Damn, I went crazy with these moves. All right, let's try to get all these drums together. All right, that's all the drums. Heard all the melodies together. Now it's time to play the whole beat. But before we do that, little PSA. Whenever beatmaker, producer, whatever you call yourself, whenever you're gonna send the track outs, not stems, track outs. This is track outs. Everything is individual. So you got the sample, keys, leads, organs, all that. Everything it's on its own individual track. Whenever you're gonna do that, do your best to organize, because as a mix engineer, I get shit in all the time. That sounds great sometimes, but it's so unorganized that I have to either email or call or text the person sending it just to kind of see where it is, where shit's supposed to go, which takes I'm supposed to use. So be mindful. Trust me, it makes our lives a lot easier. And if you can, possibly color code stuff. So all in the green, melodic. That I just always make bass purple. I don't know why, even though it's a melodic thing. Any vocals are always red, even if it's a sample and a beat, whatever. Drums are always blue, and it's subject to change. So every session will look different. But just something, even if I don't know, even if the color is different on the next session, I'll know, hey, that group is something, and it'll make it easier, whether you're using Reaper, which I know nothing about, Pro Tools, Studio One, Ableton, Logic, whatever the hell. Do that because it makes everything so much easier. All right, and because I sent this beat in to Slip and Slide, and I don't know if I can play the whole beat, so I'm just gonna play a little bit of it, maybe in like little sections, and then we'll roll out because I'm not trying to get in trouble. I don't even know where it stands. So yeah, I mean, I got paid, but again, the sample didn't get cleared, so I don't know how that works. But I'm gonna play a little bit of it, a little bit of the verse, and then the hook, and then Chung Deuce on y'all. So here we go. That's it. That's the whole beat. Well, most of the beat. There's other change ups and variations and whatnot, but I'm not trying to get sued. So yeah. If I find some more old ass beats with stems like this, because I did send a lot of beats to a bunch of different labels, I'll probably have to be a little more careful. But yeah, that's the beat. It's probably one of my favorite beats that I've ever done. It took me goddamn forever, because usually I'm just in and out, boom bap, straight shit. But I was trying to get on that Khaled record, which, whatever. But yeah, man, I really hope you guys like that shit, enjoyed it, whatever it may be. And yeah, come back for episode 4 where I'll be doing this shit again. Hopefully I'll be able to break out, actually be able to break out Machine and screen record. But until next time, peace.